There are people who shape history publicly, and there are people who shape it spiritually from the shadows. Aleister Crowley was the second kind. Most people don't even know who he is, yet his ideas shaped modern witchcraft, manifestation culture, new age spirituality, entertainment symbolism, and the follow your truth obsession that defines this generation. People quote Crowley every day without even realizing it, but the moment that exposes who he really was didn't happen in a ritual, or even at the peak of his influence. It happened at the very end, when the darkness that he worshipped finally revealed its true face. My name is Nick Kiswani, and before we get into this video, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel down below if you are new, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a new video. Aleister Crowley is often described as a philosopher or a ceremonial magician, but those labels don't actually capture what he did. Crowley spent his life trying to overturn Christian morality and replace it with a system built on self-worship, ritual perversion, and direct demonic contact. Nearly every occultic movement, from Tarrant resurgence to energy work to manifestation, carries his direct fingerprints. Crowley's foundation was rebellion. He grew up in a strict Plymouth Brethren home, hearing scripture every day, but instead of softening him, it hardened him. He resented God, hated authority, and became obsessed with everything forbidden. When his own mother called him the beast, he embraced it like a calling. By his teens, he was writing blasphemous poems and studying pagan magic, because inverting God's design made him feel powerful. Then everything escalated when he entered Trinity College at Cambridge. This is where Crowley found his true environment: hidden societies, esoteric clubs, and students obsessed with ritual magic. He was introduced to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, the most elite occult group of that era, and instantly rose in its ranks. The Golden Dawn practiced spirit invocation, astral rituals, and ceremonial magic rooted in pagan rituals. But Crowley stood out because he crossed borders that others wouldn't. What scared the other occultists only pulled him deeper. In 1904, Aleister Crowley claimed that a spirit named Aiwass dictated the Book of the Law to him, which was the foundation of his religion, Thelema. Its core teaching was simple: do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. In other words, self-will replaces God's will. Obedience becomes weakness, and morality becomes bondage. Crowley preached that true power comes from elevating yourself to God's status, and even after his death, his influence grew. The counterculture of the 1960s revived him, rock musicians quoted him, Hollywood echoed his symbols, New Age writers repackaged his teachings with softer language. In fact, the modern self-help movement echoes Crowley's teachings every time it tells you to manifest your desire, trust your inner God, or create your reality. His worldview slipped into the culture without most people even noticing. But the most important part about his story isn't his influence, it's the ending. By 1947, Aleister Crowley was physically broken, financially drained, and spiritually tormented. Witnesses described him as restless, unsettled, and deeply afraid. The spirits he once trusted no longer acted like guides, and the illusion of control collapsed. The darkness that he pursued began to press on him, and in his final moments, Crowley uttered the last words of his life: "I am perplexed. Satan, get out." These are only a few words, but they mean so much more. I am perplexed wasn't confusion, it was realization. Crowley finally saw that the system that he built was a lie. The spirits he trusted were predators, and the enlightenment that he received was deception. Satan, get out wasn't a metaphor. At the edge of eternity, Crowley realized the presence standing over him. Not Aiwass, not a guardian angel, not higher consciousness. It was Satan, the being that he glorified through rituals, writings, and devotion. The one he believed that he controlled, the one that he sacrificed his life for to empower. In that final breath, Crowley saw the truth too late. His last words stand as a warning to a generation playing with rituals and calling rebellion spirituality. The same spirits that Crowley trusted still disguise themselves as guides, healers, and energy, but when the veil lifts, their true form is undeniable. There's only one name that brings peace, truth, and freedom, and his name is Jesus Christ. Crowley met that truth at the last moment. We don't have to.